Okay, hello and welcome to another Few Minute Tech. So today I'm going to show you guys list reports. So this is not one of our Zone dashboard one login apps. This is actually a third-party app that Rob was sent, and he shared it with me to share with the rest of the agents within our two offices. So you'll want to go to listreports.com. And then you'll sign up for an account. And what this does is there are two things. So you can get a marketing kit, which includes all sorts of different things that you can print out and deliver to people and hand out and have prepared to give demonstrations and presentations to people, or just for their convenience to see information on properties. And then it also has shareables, which you can use on your social media, which are really convenient too, to help you reduce the amount of work that you have to do to like keep a constant flow of visibility with your clients and your potential leads. So what I'll do is I already have an account, but I'm going to set up another one with one of my other emails. So you'll do your first and last name, phone number, email. As I said, I have a lot of emails. So is this fun? And then for the MLS, this is the website or the company, not the specific location. So what I would want to do is the Bright MLS, because that's the one that we are affiliated with. Company name is Realty Advisors. I don't want it to autofill any other fields, so I'm just typing it in manually, and I actually prefer to have those capitalized, just like our franchise. Our office address, 239 East Market Street. Unit is Suite 103. I will also add in here Westchester, PA. Beautiful, just like that. And then former password. We'll type that in and click agree to the terms of service and privacy policy. Please review that if you would like more information on what those are. So then I'm going to click submit and wait for it to generate. And then there are a couple of settings that you'll want to set up. Let me go ahead, and I'm actually going to close out of that. I'm going to skip this if possible. So I'm just going to go right through it. It shows you some of the stuff that I'm about to go through with you. I'm going to click close. I'm not going to select a loan officer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through settings and profile. So those are the two things you'll want to do first. So click on settings and click on marketing kit settings at the top. You're going to want to choose the color scheme. So for us, we have Realty One Group, so we're going to choose that, and it'll automatically use black and gold and white so that it fits within our franchise color scheme. So then after I do that, I'm going to go to profile. And the two tabs under here you'll want to edit are personal and company. So upload a photo, add in your title as realtor, make sure that your phone number is correct, your email, add an alternate if you want, your website, your license ID number. If you want to enter in your license, make sure you click on this drop down first so that this becomes fillable. So you'll click on license number and then type it in. So real estate salesperson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again here, if you have more than just the Bright MLS, you can add it here. If you didn't add Bright MLS earlier, you can type that in and add it here again. Your bio section, which is like your 30-second interview. How do you sell yourself to your clients? What makes you special as a real estate agent? What aids you? You can add in your YouTube username, a specific video about like your services, testimonial from a client, the person, and their location. And then once you enter that, click save. And this information, it's important to fill it out because the spaces exist within the marketing kits that are generated automatically later on. So you'll enter this information once, and then it will get automatically generated into the marketing kits later. So go ahead and fill it out so that that information is provided to anyone that takes those flyers or gets a postcard or anything like that. And then for company, a lot of this comes from that section earlier. So you'll see it already filled out the stuff that I had selected during my initial setup, but the phone number is missing. So I'm going to do the office phone number. So 610-696-4600. And then you can also select one of our logos. It does have a default for the franchise, the Realty One Group logo, but if you want to upload our affiliate logo, then you can click upload and choose the one that has the advisors underneath at the bottom right. So then I'm going to click save and click OK. And now all of my settings are good to go. So now I'm going to go to marketing kits. Under marketing kits, I don't have anything yet. I'm going to add a new one. Okay, perfect. So it's just telling me that my company logo and my headshot have not been updated yet. I would want to have those uploaded if I was going to actually make one from this account, which I'm not actually going to do that, but I'm going to say got it and continue anyway. So now I'm actually going to switch to my other account that I've got and show you what one looks like, because I only used this one to show you what the setup process is like. So I'm going to just pull that up over here. So this is the other account that I have. This one is using my KZ at CassandraZimmerman.com. So now this one, I already have some, as you saw, I already have a logo and I already have my headshot uploaded to this one. And I do already have 2 example marketing kits that I've done. So now I'm going to show you what it would look like to make a new one. It's really simple. It's crazy how fast you can do this. So there are only really 2 things that you need to fill out, and then there are a couple other things that are like you can fill out if you want. So the property address. So if we go through and we want to add the 116, what was this address? It's 116 Ridgewood Circle. So you can add in your address. It'll show you on Google Maps the result. You'll want to choose your listing scenario. So what's your current status? This is by default active because that's generally what it'll be when you come in here, but the property address is required. And then the second thing I would add in is, I think it is under customized, yes. So under number 4, you'll want to add the date for the open house. So for this one in particular, we would choose November 21st from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then you can add in other stuff. You can add in special instructions, promotional text. You can change the color theme if you want it to be something else. And then you can also do property details if you want to manually add them. But that isn't necessary because it's going to use the property address here and pull from the MLS the information for this. So don't worry too much about that. You can also go back and edit these fields if something comes out wrong. So again, don't really waste your time on property details because it's going to automatically pull it. And then for the hero images, it will pull from the MLS. So if you want to choose select, right now it's not showing anything because I haven't clicked submit yet to process it. So after you go down, you can affirm that you are the listing agent or you have been granted permission and then click submit. So now, if I go back to an existing one, I'll show you what one looks like. So this is that address. It takes a couple minutes to process once you click submit, but you'll get a little notification. You'll get a text message if you sign up for them, and you'll get an email. So once it's processed, a couple minutes later, you'll see, I'll show you, like it's got this little notification to show me. And then if I scroll down through, you'll see all of the things that are available. So in particular, if I've got an open house scheduled, I can just click on this view material icon, and it's going to show you a mock-up of what you would print. So this is already branded in our colors because I chose that color scheme, and it pulled all of the information from the MLS. I did not type in any of this information about how many beds or bathrooms or square feet or acre. This description was pulled from the MLS. The photos were pulled from the MLS, but I did customize which ones it selected. So I'll show you how to do that in a moment, but it's this great template. Everything here was done automatically. So after it finished processing, everything was added to this PDF, and it took the information from my profile and put it down here at the bottom right corner, including the logo from the company. And if I hadn't added the custom logo for our affiliate, it would just say Realty One Group, their logo. So you would see that. And then as you scroll down further, so it starts with all of the information about the house, including the open house information, since this is an open house flyer. But then on the second page, it also shows information about stuff nearby, which is great for people walking through an open house to have, since when they're walking through the open house, they will see everything that is within the home, but they won't automatically know everything. Like, it's not going to be obvious to them how many of these convenience points or schools are in the area, how far they are, what quality they are. So this gives them a great overview of the neighborhood. So it's good to go through and see this information. So you can see like the convenience points, like I said, the schools, the outdoor areas like parks and hiking and golf courses, and then also all of the areas where you can eat. So it does talk about how many like 4+ star places there are, and there's 32, and that seems like a lot. So it does do a great job of highlighting the perks of the neighborhood. So that's good. And then it also has this little disclaimer that says it is pulled from a third party. So it does give you some like a little bit of legal loophole just in case something does pull incorrectly, although so far I've seen everything pull right. So now if you do this and it automatically pulls 3 images that you're not a huge fan of, because it pulls like the first 3 images, and the first 3 images are not necessarily the best selling photos, you can go through and click on this red edit button. And once you click on that, it will load this page, and you can update all of the information for this marketing kit. So anything that you selected when you initially created it, plus all of the stuff that it pulled from the MLS. So you can update the school information, you can remove the school ratings if they aren't so hot, you can change your photos out, which is what I'm going to show you how to do, and all of the other information, the promotional text, etc. You can change all of that, even the color scheme. So if you accidentally generated it with the default blue that the list reports has, you can click change the color scheme and then choose the Realty One Group. So then it will regenerate it. It takes a couple seconds to reprocess it, but not nearly as long as it did initially to pull all of the information from the MLS. So now if you did create it and you want to go through and change the photos, let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to click on upload photos. So typically these will be blank, but since I already customized them, you see that they're filled, but it'll have a select option here instead of change. You'll click on that and it's going to show you all of the images from the MLS. So I can see all of these and I can change them if I want to. So if I really liked this exterior photo, excuse me, of the back of the home, because it shows like the Great Bay windows here and how like unique the shape of the home is, the character, something like that, then I could select that. If I want a more internal shot of the kitchen, like this is the one that's presently there, but if I wanted to swap it out for like this one where it's got some great a great view of the cabinets and stuff, I could do that, and so on and so forth with all of these other options here, like this is the kitchen and the dining room, etc., etc. So I could do that and then click save, and then it would update the photos here. I would click submit and it would reprocess for a couple seconds, and then once it reprocesses it, then when I go back in here, it's going to have those updated photos. So when I initially, this pop-up is annoying, so I'm going to click don't show me this video again because I don't want it. So once you do that though, you'll click on this and it will have the updated photos. So when we first generated it, the first 3 photos were not these. So we changed them out and now it's got these ones, which look cute, like with this bedroom with this little loft and the kitchen photo, and then a much better view of the outside that really shows the size of the home. So that's the general marketing kit spiel, and there's other stuff too here, like the open house sign-in sheet, promotional flyer. You can even do a listing PowerPoint. I know that I saw that in here somewhere. Pre-listing presentation. So you can do view material, so list report for blah, 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 blah. It'll go through, shows you like an example if you were to fill in stuff, and then you're good to go. So there's a bunch of other ones in here too, like, so if I was doing an open house, I could do the sign-in sheet. It shows you like name, email, phone. Do you have realtor? You can select it. So, and this is of course, if it appeals to you. If you already have something that you like that works better, then feel free to stick with that. But there are some good things here that save you a lot of time. So you don't have to manually enter in all that info. So then once you've got that, by the way, let me also just mention that you can view the material. You don't have to print through them. There is the option under the shop column to print through them, but you can just download the PDF and print it yourself. You can also share it online, so you don't even have to print it. You could just share it, send someone a link to it, and then they can pop it up. So now that I've gone over the marketing kits, I'm going to talk about the shareables. So the shareables is another one over here on the left. If I click on that, you'll see it has a couple things listed here. Once it loads, here we go. So you can see they post these like daily things that you can post to your social media. So if I click view on today's, it's got like funny jokes and stuff, all real estate related, because it knows you're a real estate agent and you want to post something related to that. So why was Watson a good real estate agent? He works well with homes. And then the one before that, which is Thanksgiving. What kind of key can't open doors? A turkey. And then what's great is not only does it have that, you can also choose your branding. And what it'll do is if I go down to Realty One Group, it will do it as like, if you want to brand it, then it'll put like the dark and the light, the black and the white, and our logo and the information so that they can quickly contact you. And then you can choose a tagline, you can create some templates, but then it also has this great caption prepared for you. So see what I did there? All jokes aside, leave me a comment and tell me your favorite turkey side dish. Are you team stuffing or sweet potato casserole? I want to know. So that's a great utility to have, because I know creating social media posts can take a while. So using this, you can create them in an instant and you can generate a lot of stuff to post throughout the month. So that's all good to know. You can connect with the loan officer. Tracy does not have this set up. It's something that the loan officer would have to pay for. So you can just ignore that. It only creates a very small amount of restrictions. So all you won't be able to do is like, there's websites that they can post, and then there's like a sign writer, and those two you wouldn't be able to make, but everything else in here you're able to download and print off and order. So just ignore that. But yeah, it's a great resource to use. It can save you a lot of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.